Hey everybody, welcome to this magic house. Today we are doing pick a card readings for relationships. So we have stack number 1, which is the Haindl deck and Smoky Quartz. Stack number 2, which is the Pamela Coleman Smith Centennial with a Malachite. Stack number 3, which is the Aquarian with a Lapis. And stack number 4, which is the Hanson-Roberts with a Spirit Quartz. So think about which stack draws you most, whether it's the deck or the number or the crystal. Take a moment and then we'll start the readings. The timestamps will be in the notes below. These will be general readings, so they might not apply to everyone. If it doesn't work for you, just keep on going. If it really does appeal to you, if it does resonate, then please like this video, subscribe to the channel for more updates, and we'll see you back here. Okay, everyone who chose stack number 1 and the Smoky Quartz, we're reading with the Haindl deck today. Let's see what your current relationship is like, and if something new is coming. Okay, so where you are right now, you've got a lot of swords. There is a lot of conflict going on. There's a lot of mental thoughts happening. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Eight of Swords, and the Daughter of Swords, which in this deck would be equivalent to a page in another deck. So yeah, a lot of thoughts going on. So the Ace of Swords, something new started, and for a relationship, I'm thinking that something, this started off, there was a spark, there was a definite interest there, but there was a confrontational. This was never, the situation you're in right now was never an easy relationship. There was always something, there was always an edge to it. And you've gotten to yourself into this Eight of Swords situation where you really are feeling trapped. You're feeling trapped by the situation that you've made. The Eight of Swords can get out of the situation, but it's really, you're bogging yourself down. The Daughter of Swords is saying that, I'm thinking with all the swords going on, there's not a, although swords are mental thoughts and there should be a clear communication, I'm seeing that this is not a clear communication, that to find out information on this relationship that you're in right now, or this situation that you're in, you're having to resort to things like spying on someone or getting information from a third party as to how someone feels about you or what they've been doing. And there's just a whole lot of going behind people's backs to see what the situation is. And you really are feeling like you are stuck and you can't move out of it. And yeah, so it's not a great relationship that you're in right now. What you are hoping for, what you want. Okay, so it's the Three of Swords. All swords today. You want out of the relationship that you're in right now, and I think that you might want to hurt the other person a little bit. you've been hurt and you want to give that back a little bit. Okay, so what you need right now? Okay, evidently I can only pick swords for you, so because we have the 6 of swords right now. And what you need is to make that motion on your own. You need to rather than this like backstabbing, spying type thing, this communication style that you're having, you really need to be upfront with what you want and what you need. And, I think that there's like a physical motion that needs to happen, that you need to physically leave a space that you're in. So what you're afraid of is the 4 of Swords. I swear I shuffled these cards. The 4 of Swords, this deck has keywords, and the keyword in the 4 of Swords is a truce. And so, it's 4 of Swords is a rest, it's a respite, it's, taking a leave from a battle. And yeah, I feel like you're in a pretty bad spot right now, and you know that you need to do this physical leaving motion. You know you need that 6 of Swords, traveling, moving, making decision, going in that direction. And you're afraid that if the situation gets a little bit better for you, you'll be convinced to stay, to not make the change that you know you need to make. So I think, you're afraid of being stuck in the situation that you're not comfortable in because it's a little bit more comfortable. So I think you've probably done that before, which is probably where this 8 of Swords is coming in, that you feel trapped in the situation that you've made, because every time the pressure lets up a little bit, every time you feel a little bit better, oh, this might work, this might continue going, you don't make that change that you know you need to make. So let's see where this is going. Okay, so there are big changes coming up for you. All major arcana here. We've got the Emperor, the Tower, the Universe. And yeah, there's big changes coming up. So everything you've got going on right now, everything that's in your mind is this Swords energy, this anxiety, overthinking, overly analytical, conflict energy that's happening right now. And where things are going for you, what's coming up in your future, you've got the Emperor, who is this strong, masculine energy. That could either be you, or it could be another person coming into your life. There's the Tower, which is just, it's this shattered tower of like everything crumbles around you. Life as you know it is never the same after you cross the tower. Something major is falling apart to clear the ground. And then there's the Universe, which is the final card of the deck. And, it's also an ending, but it's a joyous ending. It is this wrapping up of all the work that's been happening into this celebration. It's a graduation. And I think of, the Universe of the World card, I really do think of it as like a graduation, that it's an ending, but you're celebrating that ending because you're just about to go on to this new thing. So I think yeah, I mean, the contrast between what's going on right now in your life and what's coming up is just enormous. That there's these three major arcana cards that, the Emperor's in control. He really, it's, the Emperor rules himself. No one rules the Emperor. And I think right now you are feeling like no one is in control of your life, including you. And because you're not taking control, and this Emperor energy is going to come in and just blow apart the constraints that you've been under, and it might be painful. It'll definitely be disruptive. It'll definitely be a disruptive force in your life to either claim this Emperor power of your own or to meet someone who has this Emperor power who can change things for you. But it will lead to this universe energy of everything coming together and really be a celebration of your next step and leading into your new life. So yeah, I think big things are coming, and yeah, good luck with that. I'm glad you joined me today. Thank you. Hey everyone who chose stack number 2 with the Pamela Coleman Smith and Malachite. Let's see how your relationship is looking. Okay, so your current situation. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Two of Swords. So it's interesting here that the number progression goes 4, 3, 2. That there's something. Things seem positive right now in your relationship. You think things are going okay, but there's been a backsliding. It's gone from this feeling of permanence, like this might be turning into like a long-term relationship. Maybe it's leading towards marriage. Maybe it's just leaning towards something, with a real structure to it. It's kind of slid into being more of being friends again, or maybe it's a Three of Cups. Maybe there's been a third person involved who is making you think like, well, maybe I need to be having more fun. And now the Two of Swords is someone who needs to make a choice and who's guarding their heart. So I think that, your relationship seems pretty stable and pretty nice, and I'm not sure. You might not be satisfied with that anymore. This Two of Swords is telling me that you're not satisfied with nice right now. And your relationship is either kind of backslid from something more permanent to being more just friends, or there's been this a third party who has come in that's making you question your decisions. So let's see what you want. Is the Page of Cups. So, okay, you're looking for this Two of Swords who's guarding their heart and trying to make a decision over something, and it's this very headspace, thinking. You want the Page of Cups to really come and give you a message from the heart, to say, this is what you need to do. You're waiting for your inspiration to say, like, no, you know the answer. And until you get that that spark of intuition, you're really just you're kind of to a little holding pattern. Like, it's fine where it is, but you're hoping for a little bit more. You're hoping for that heart connection again. What you need is the Ace of Wands. So, yeah, there's a passion that's missing. I think that, there used to be a real passion in this relationship that you have, that it's missing now. And that's what you're missing, is the spark of passion, the spark of fire, that you've been missing. What you are afraid of, the Three of Swords. So the good thing about what you have is that you know it. You are familiar with it. And it's nice. It might not be everything you could have ever imagined and dreamt of, but it's nice. And if you're afraid that this Page of Cups will come and give you this heart message, and you'll get this Ace of Wands fire, and you'll end up getting hurt, that it will have been the wrong decision, and that there'll be heartbreak and pain, and maybe for you, maybe for other people in your life. So that's, you're really standing back and trying to be careful with this decision, because you can see good things in the future for yourself if you make one choice, but you're afraid that it will lead to heartbreak. So what's coming up for you? Okay, so we have got the Eight of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Cups. So there's definitely work to be done, and there is, with the Knight of Pentacles, I'm seeing there's somebody who is really in touch with their physicality, with their body, with, this is like, it could be a sex issue that you're having. But yeah, the Pentacles, it's really, it's really about the body. It's about the things we can touch and feel and mold with our hands. And the Nine of Cups, it's traditionally, it's a wish card that, it's abundance of feelings and joy. So I think that you'll definitely stop living in this headspace of which one should I do. You will be making a choice, and you will be able to really reconnect with your physicality and your body. And there will be that heart connection with the Cups energy. I can't tell you with this spread which one you're going to choose. If there is a choosing situation, it might just be that the situation that you're in kind of stops going backwards, and this is the Four of Wands. Maybe this Ace of Wands will really reignite the relationship that you're in now. But there's definitely a stability heading your way. So yeah, there is, but with the Eight of Pentacles, there's going to be some work involved, that it's not just going to be a snap of the fingers and everything is fixed or everything is better. There is work involved, but it'll be good work that you're going to get, you're going to get what you want out of it. Thank you for joining me. Welcome everyone who chose stack 3, the Aquarian deck with the lapis. Let's see how your relationship is going. Okay, where you are at the moment. Okay, so big things are happening for you right now, and not necessarily great. So we've got Justice, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Tower. Yeah, so right now you're feeling your world is pretty shook up right now. You are feeling there's a lack of financial support for you right now, and just everything, the world has changed for you in the recent past, and just things aren't. And with Justice here, I'm thinking that you blame yourself for the situation that you're in right now, that you think, well, this was inevitable, this was just going to happen, and but it's really just things have fallen apart. Something that you don't feel like you could have changed, but you still blame yourself for. So I think that this isn't a situation that you should be holding yourself responsible for necessarily, any more than, everything we do is our own responsibility, but this isn't something that you brought on yourself. This is just something that has happened. And, I'm recording this in the middle of a pandemic. There's a lot of people who are feeling financially insecure and that their world has fallen apart recently. So I don't think that you're alone in that. So I think this feels bigger than a relationship issue for you, that this is just maybe you're having a relationship issue on top of all of this, but it really feels like there's a lot of things going on in your life right now that you just, the Tower is just like, everything just exploded. Where do I live? Who am I? What am I doing? There's a lot of going on for you. So right now, what you are hoping for is the sun. So you are hoping for just a bright new day to take away your cares, to you want to not worry. You want, I think that's what you really want, is just, you want to not worry. You want to be like that little baby, and on the horseback, and you want to, this isn't a deck with a little baby on a horseback, but just, you want to be carefree. You want to have fun. You want to laugh. You want to sing. You want to be joyful. And those are not things that you have a lot of right now in your life. So that's what you really just, you want to be out in the sunshine and happy. And I mean, that's a great thing to want. That's what you need in your life right now. The 8 of Rods. Okay, so you need something. There is a definite urgency to your situation, that you need something to change quickly, because things have been spiraling, and you just, and not only change quickly, but you need everything to just sort of line up perfectly. That's one of the things about the Eight of Rods, is that these arrows aren't just going quickly, they're all exactly lined up and they're hitting to go to their target. So yeah, I think you really need to everything lined up perfectly, and you need to act quickly to move forward with this. Let's see what you are afraid of. The High Priestess. Interesting. So you're afraid that there's something else behind the curtain that you don't know yet. That, I'm seeing the High Priestess here and the Justice as linked. That whatever this Justice energy that you feel has torn things apart for you right now, you're linking the High Priestess to that as well. That, she has this curtain that she is holding information behind, and you are not in a place right now that you're seeking that information. You're not seeking the High Priestess's knowledge. You don't want it. You've received a lot of knowledge recently, and it has been destructive. And you are very much worried that there are more things that you haven't learned yet. And so, the High Priestess is ruled by the moon, and you don't want that secret hidden energy anymore. You want the sun. You want the sunlight. You don't want any more big questions in your life. You want simple answers. So you're afraid that there's more big things that you haven't discovered yet. Where this is all heading, okay. So we've got the Five of Rods, the Four of Cups, and the Hanged Man. So with the Hangman contrasting here with the Tower, I think that, with your life that has been so upended recently, that rather than simply being able to sweep it up and, go out in the sunshine, which is, what you're looking for with the sun, you're going to have to look at the situation from the other perspective, and really, and see where you are right now. And yeah, I said this was a relationship reading, and I'm not seeing a lot of relationship happening right here. I see that there's just a lot of, there's just a lot in your life right now. With the Five of Rods, there's competition. There is some sort of low-level strife and arguments happening. The Four of Cups, you do have resources. You are being offered things. There are people and resources of being offered to you and available to you, but they're not what you're looking for. I think that the sun that you're looking for, it's a beautiful thought, but I think that I think that it's a very high bar for people to meet. And so with the Four of Cups, I think that you're not ready to move on into something else. So I think as a relationship reading, I think that I don't see a new relationship in your near future. I think that there's really just a lot of other work in your life that you are needing to resolve before that happens, before you're really in a place to connect with another person like that. And, so with like I said, with the hangman, really, the hangman does need some time alone to reflect on where they are and how they got there and what they can do with where they are, and what they have. So I think, from that perspective, and actually, in a way, like the hangman, I sometimes, say, oh, it's like doing yoga, but it is a yoga position. And the Five of Rods can also be a physical activity card. It can be, like a practice of sport or something like that. So I think this might be telling you to, like, really do some self-care, to really focus on you and to get you back into the sunlight and to be who you want to be in a very concrete manner, and not focusing on, the high priestess, the inner mysteries and all of that. Just, there's a lot of real practical work that you can do that will really propel yourself into the future. So I really hope that was helpful for you, and thanks for stopping by today. Hey everyone who chose stack number 4. This is the Hanson-Roberts and the Spirit Quartz pile. Let's see what your relationship is looking like. Okay, where you are right now. Okay, so we got the Hangman, the Five of Pentacles, and the Knight of Rods. So you're having some financial difficulties right now. You're feeling like, the world is against you, but I think there is someone in your life right now. And so the Hangman has, the Hangman has removed himself from society and is seeing things in a different way and is trying to better himself. The Five of Pentacles is really out in the cold, and the Knight of Rods is this, this real motion for inspiration and to get to something else. So I think that, right now, I'm recording this in fall of 2020, and we're still in the middle of a pandemic. And there's, I think that this is the pretty common energy that's happening right now, that, we're feeling isolated, we're feeling that our resources are diminished, but, we have ideas and we have inspiration and we are going forward. So I think that, from a relationship standpoint, I think, like, I'm seeing like the window or the Five of Pentacles, and I'm thinking that you may have, with the Knight, I think it feels like you might have a long distance relationship right now. Possibly something new that has started. But you're not I don't think you're physically with the person that if you're in a relationship right now, I don't think you're physically with that person. But there's definitely like a long distance. I'm seeing the window of the Five of Pentacles is really as like kind of a screen, computer screen. So I think, yeah, I mean, things could be better for you right now, but I think that you really are making the best of the situation that you're in right now. Let's see where you want to be. That's an odd card for that. It's with the Nine of Swords. Yeah, you are, somehow you want more things to think about right now, that you don't feel like somehow, getting the anxiety card in the position of what you want, what you're looking for, is an odd card in that position. I'm gonna pick some other cards and we'll get back to that. What you need is the strength card. Okay, so that is this real, she is this calm presence holding the lion. She has this inner strength, this inner love. She conquers the fear with love. And that's what you need right now. What you're afraid of, the Page of Swords. So you're afraid that there's information that you don't have. You're afraid that someone else has information about you that you have not revealed yourself. So the Page of Swords can be a bit of a spy and a tattletale. And, the pages bring information and swords are mental energy. So, yeah, so now I'm seeing the Nine of Swords as what you want. It's not that you want more things to be afraid of, but that you want you want to be able to count them. You want to know what that is, and I think you find it comforting to have something specific to worry about. Whereas what you need is strength. You need to just be calm in the face of the threat, to conquer the beast with love. It's this swords energy is, you don't like it, but it is seductive to you. That it's like your anxieties and your nightmares are a badge of pride. So that's something to think about. What is coming up for you? Got the Knight of Rods, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Cups. The King of Rods, the Ace of Cups, and the King of Cups. So, interesting. So you've got the Knight of Rods down here, and you get the King of Rods up here. So I think the Ace of Cups is definitely telling me that there's a new romance in your cards coming up for you. That there is this new filling of the heart centers, this new, and if it's not a romantic situation, then this is a new creative expression that is going to be starting. But in a what's happening with your romantic relationships reading, I think that this is really, there is this new thing happening. This Ace of Cups is very positive for that, flanked by these two kings. So the King of Rods is actually looking away from the cups, and the King of Cups is looking straight at us. And with the Knight of Rods down here in your current situation, I think this knight energy is building to this king energy, but it's also going to pass away. Like, not pass away as in die, but, move away from your life. So I think it will build, but then it will shift over, and then you have this King of Cups. So just because, these are king cards doesn't mean that it's a man in your life. It could be any gender. I really see the court cards as non-gendered archetypes, more than actual people of the card depicts. So the kings are in control of their suit. They're the highest level of their suit. And the King of Rods is the King of Fire, and the King of Cups is the King of Water. And so fire is passion, and water is emotion. And so I think that the King of Cups energy is going to help you with the calmness of strength more than the King of Rods, because that fiery passion, I think, is keeping you in more of that headspace of the swords and the drama. I think you like drama. So yeah, I think that the King of Cups, who is able to live amongst these tossing and turning waves and be calm, whereas the King of Rods lives in the desert, but is full of action. That I feel like that's going to this King of Cups is going to help you lead more into the strength and away from the swords. So I think that, yeah, either you're becoming this person or this is a person coming into your life, but there's definitely something new happening, and there might be two people that you need to make a choice between, or one person is leaving your life and a new person is coming in. So I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for stopping by today for this pick a card reading. I hope you found something useful in it. If you did, please like this video, subscribe to the channel for updates, and I'll be seeing you soon. Thank you.